The Jews answered him, "We have a law, and by our law we ought to die, because he made himself the Son of God."
So the law had to be what it was to justify killing Jesus. This law had to be in place to kill Jesus. This is wild. This is super offensive, dude. But if like you don't have the law, you don't have them having the justification for killing them.
This is why you like time travel so much, right? This is kind of like...
I mean, it's one of the reasons, but the covenant people needed the law to kill the Messiah. So really think about what was the ultimate purpose of the law. Oh, that's a hard statement, man. That's a hard statement.
That's why he says that he fulfilled it. That's crazy.
What was really the purpose of the law? If they don't have the law, they have no justification for killing the Messiah. It's just a wild thought. I know it's going to hurt, ruffle some feathers, whatever. It's just a wild thought, man.
I don't think it's a wild thought. I think that's exact. He says it himself, right? I don't come to abolish it. I come to fulfill it. And then they do it.
Dude, what? Yeah.
That is so crazy.
Yeah. If they don't have the law and they're not able to stay, like, try to bust him on technicalities, it wasn't just that, it was the Sabbath too.
Yeah.
It wasn't just that he made himself God. They were trying to kill him over the Sabbath too.
Well, I know you have more to touch on here, but the Jews killed Jesus, but really what's working through the Jews is this spirit. Like when it says that that Satan came into Judas and like that was a wrap. Like once Satan took him over, like the plan is in motion. So this is Satan. These are these entities, but they're abiding by the law. They're using the law to kill Jesus, but
all in the foreknowledge and sovereignty of God.
Yeah, and it's all to fulfill.
He died for us.
Yeah.
He died because of my sin. I don't like blame the Jews. Like he died. He was in control the entire time. But there also had to be a thing that played out in the earth for them to do this. And in the wisdom of God, he created something called the law of Moses. People lived under that law, and that law was the justification for killing the Messiah. So just to them. He had to die anyway. He was crucified before the foundation of the world for me, for you. But this is how God made it happen with the law. So all I'm saying is just chew on that, man. Like, what really was the purpose of the law? I know that's a lot, but just chew on that. Let's look at John 5. I'll wrap it up at 1:30. 1 hour and 30 minutes, I mean. Watch this. After this, there was a feast of the Jews, and Jesus went up to Jerusalem. Now, there is at Jerusalem by the sheep market a pool, which is called in the Hebrew tongue Bethesda, having 5 porches. In these lay a great multitude of impotent folk, of blind, halt, withered, waiting for the moving of the water. I know the NDS fans will like this one, man. This is a little trippy. Waiting for the moving of the water, because an angel went down at a certain season into the pool and troubled the water. And whosoever then first, after the troubling of the water, stepped in, was healed or made whole of whatsoever disease he had. Now that's different than being made whole by Jesus, because we're made completely whole. This is just having to do with their infirmity, their sickness, their disease. It's a trippy thing.
Do you think that was true?
What do you mean?
Do you think that, because I'm familiar with the story, so they're all like these homeless people waiting around this water, and then when they all jump in, do you think that people were actually healed?
I mean, it seems like it, the way that story unfolds.
Yeah.
I don't know. You're saying what? Because it sounds like some kind of sorcery or some kind of
sounds like
bad juju that like...
Well, it says an angel came into that water, right? So
I think God, I mean, there's an angel called Raphael, right? Which is like... Rapha does it mean healer? God refers to himself as Jehovah Rapha, the God the healer. Like Raphael's like a healing angel. I don't know if the Bible doesn't talk about Raphael, but let's just say there is this healing angel that goes down there, troubles the water, and dudes get in it. I got no problem with it. But I got no problem with it if it's just totally bogus too.
Yeah.
That's not really the point of the story. So that's a cool thing to daydream about, and it's good either way. You know what I'm saying? A certain man was there which had an infirmity 38 years. When Jesus saw him,